So we're in Redfin here, and I'm going to treat it like the MLS. I'm a real estate agent and a broker, and I'm presuming, let's say this is a home that I'd like to buy for my family. I'm going to show you what I would do. And then over at winnerscheck.org, I've got a free series of how to be the winning buyer without overpaying by $50,000 or $100,000. I'm going to cover all these points more in depth. It's just like a quick what to do on Redfin. I've got one for Zillow and everything else. Now, there's two things I'd want to draw your attention to, which is very cool. And this is a change in the marketplace the last few years, is that sometimes on these websites, Zillow included, sometimes, I haven't seen it every time, they'll tell you what the buyer's broker commission is. So there's going to be 2% of the final selling price for the agent that's got procuring cause for you if you wind up buying this home. Procuring cause, I'm an attorney, and I've actually advised real estate agents. I've arbitrated this issue, and procuring cause can be a little more complicated. But for all intents and purposes as a buyer, it's who you see the property with, almost every time. Who did you see the property with? Did you see it with a listing agent? Then the listing agent's going to not only get the listing commission, but the buyer's agent commission. Did you see it with a buyer's agent? If you were the winning offer and you close on the home, then the person who showed you the home is going to get that 2%. So let's talk about how much that amount is. Let's say you bought this home. Let's say it's a multiple offer situation. You have to go to a little over $2 million, like $2,000. Well, that would be 2% of $2 million. That's a $40,000 commission we're talking about. So Manuel will get, likely he's getting 2%. So he's getting $40,000 for the listing agent. And we know the buyer's agent, the one who shows you the property, if you're the winning bidder, is going to get about $40,000 on a $2 million price tag. So that's really good information, and you should leverage that buyer's agent commission to get the result, or be positioned to get the result that you want before you ever agree to schedule a tour and go see it with a buyer's agent. Before you start an offer, buy with a Redfin agent and get $6,000. That's nothing compared to maybe if you're working at a buyer's agent, there's multiple offers, you really want to buy the home, and your agent says, well, I think we should go 50,000 up or 100,000 up. But let's say the listing agent client knows that all the terms and who's one of the two strongest buyers, and that the other strong buyer that the seller would consider is only 2,000 up. They're at $2,001,000. So you go to like 2,000,003 or 4 or 5. You don't want to embarrass your listing agent for giving you good information, but you're not going to have to go $50,000 or $100,000 to get this home. So I know the industry loves to talk about why buyer's agents protect your interests. I don't know what interests they're protecting anymore. The only interest I think that they really can help you with is maybe getting you good inspectors. But even then, it's my advice, and I explain in other videos, is that you are the one who hires the inspection people, because you don't want your inspector to be incumbent to your agent. You want to be in charge. You want the straight scoop from the inspection person to you. You want to be making sure that the inspection people know you're the client. But pricing, that's on the internet, or you can pay an appraiser a few $100. Scheduling, seeing the property, you can do that at any time with a listing agent when you once you work out a deal. I don't understand the point of buyer's agents. For many people, I talk about the exceptions in my buyer series at winnerscheck.org, and there are exceptions. But multiple offer situations on homes in this price range in Carlsbad, you are going to only be able to buy the homes that buyer's agents can buy their clients. And it's not the best homes in the neighborhood. It's not the homes real estate agents are trying to buy for their families. It's not the great homes without really overpaying. Generally having to overpay by a lot. Just outbid by far and show that you're the cash buyer so you can close. And you can do that with a buyer's agent. So what's the next thing I would do? Well, I would get a feel of using the different websites and the data available on the internet. And I would say, oh, look, the trends are up. Month to month, that can just be, especially in slower months this time of year, that can just be a few homes, and maybe they have views and they're brand new or fixed up kitchens or something. You never know. And down here, earlier is where I would expect, based on Redfin's Carlsbad data, it's worth about 1.9. So they're a little above Redfin's number, which is fine. Now, I would, now I'm an agent. I've kind of gotten the information that I need as if I was in the MLS in the back, right here off of Redfin, or I can get it off Zillow, I can get it off many real estate agent websites. And let's say I'm interested. I think my family might love this home. It's a good starting price. I wonder what the market's at right now. Are there multiple offers? Is Manuel representing anybody, because I really want to leverage his relationship with the seller in a multiple offer situation, because he's going to tell the seller, hey, we're going to, at this price, we're going to sell this home fast. We may even get multiple offers. And if he's doing that early on, the sellers are going to love their agent and depend on him for his advice. And they're frequently say, which buyer should we work with? How much money should we accept? What do we do next? So I want to leverage that. He's the one talking to them all the time. He knows where they are. He's not supposed to tell me exactly what the lowest price they would accept is, but he's going to have a feel. And in a multiple offer situation, he's going to know which buyers seem strong, what their terms are. He's going to know if the sellers want to sell fast, if they're interested only in top dollar. I've had clients that just, for whatever reason, they don't need the money right now, but they love the idea of selling their home for the absolute top dollar. I've had other clients that just want to say, hey, I'm moving. I want to get started on the new career. I want to buy in that new school area. I want to upgrade. I want to downsize. And people want to move on. And so they're like, if I can get a buyer I know is going to close, I don't care about $5,000 or $10,000. I'll save that on the buy. So, those are things that Manuel knows that Ian or any other buyer agent is not going to know initially. Now, they can work for it, but I'm suggesting to you that if you really want to buy a home that the clients and listing agents buy, and not the homes that buyer's agents settle for, I'm suggesting you would call up Manuel and start off with a little rapport building questions, and then cover basically the 3 basic questions you need to know before you decide how you're going to leverage those buyer's agents' commissions. So you're going to just say, Manuel, I'd like you to represent me in this purchase. In exchange, what can you do? Can you let me know in a multiple offer situation where the other buyers are coming in? Can you let me know some terms after you discuss it with the sellers that the sellers would like to see in my offer? Can you help me buy this home on terms that you're interested in? And see what Manuel says. Experienced agents will say, yeah, let me talk to the sellers about it. And I'll tell you what they don't mind me sharing, and we'll try to get this done. Some agents and experienced agents might say, oh, I can't tell you any of that stuff. And then you might have to educate them, or have an agent or broker educate them in why, finding out the terms that are really interesting for the seller is what a listing agent should be doing. Let's have you work for your sellers and find out what they really want so we can customize our offer to make them happy. And make this, hopefully, the buyer happy as well. We don't have to include that part for Manuel. But, this is how we get homes. This is how a professional agent would buy homes for their family. So I go into this in a great more detail in my free buyer series. And I talk about how, like, you're going to say, but John, you have a real estate license and I don't, so you can do these things. John, you're an attorney, so you can protect yourself. I have a series of videos that are going to explain how to do those things for yourself. But I also have a program where I called it Revocable Agency or Revocable Referral Service, where you get to leverage my license. That's a separate thing at wintercheck.org. The free series is one thing, but if you want to work with us and you're serious about buying the top homes, we've got a program for you. But I'm right now this free series is just about educating you so you can do what professional buyers do for their licenses. And sometimes in a multiple offer situation where the seller's already considered looking at properties right now, they're like, Manuel, can you get me in to see that property? And if I like it, get an offer over to the seller before the seller makes a decision. And then you might say, but Manuel, I've already been working with John, and can we get $2 or $4 or $5 or $6,000 as a referral fee to John so I can have him take a look at all this? And then maybe I'll even share some of that with you. So we've got ways to have you be a very successful buyer without overpaying and getting the home of your dreams instead of having to settle. That's all available over at winterscheck.org. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.